We have some very cool, different variations of custom knives headed to PVK in Vegas, Praetorian tie, Marauder-H, Proxima, Slim Midi, Genesis. It's hard to see, so I'm going to kind of bring this one up, but we'll talk about these later too. Infraction, a Proxima with some more subtle work, a 187 flipper, and a full-size Praetorian T. So let's so PVK, they're located in Las Vegas. They're right on the Strip, 3729 Las Vegas Boulevard, Suite C. And Jeremiah and Josh Burbank are the brothers that run the show up there. PVK.com. They were just at USN at the gathering and said it was a great show. So if anybody went out there and was able to step in their store, I know they always have a good supply of Medford knives, and they're going to have more after today. So let's talk a little bit about each individual knife. Here's the Mac Daddy right here of them all. I really, we have some very blingy, colorful, over-the-top knives. I love the configuration on this. It's a mellow color, kind of a caramel bronze. The Vulcan blade has blended really nicely with the color on the anodized handle and spring. I want to say it's even copperish. The titanium hardware has been flamed. The clip is PVD, the breaker is PVD, and I think it's just a really nice combination of everything. I was not sure whether to put a flame clip or a PVD clip on this, and when we compared the two, this is kind of what we went with. It kind of drops it down just a little bit. So super sexy knife. This Marauder here, I remember years and years ago seeing a full thickness Marauder and a really similar sculpting. This doesn't dig down as deep because it's thinner scales, but I love this kind of dragon's egg effect. It's got a nice uniformity to it. Light bronze to medium bronze to violet fade. 3V PVD drop point. A lightly flamed clip. And the two blade options for Marauders and for the Genesis are the drop point in 3V PVD, and if you do the Tonto, it's going to be S35. So that's one of the configurations. We have a Proxima, fully custom. It's got a hammered texture that fades off into a flat blue ano. S35 tumble blade, tumble titanium spring. This Slim Midi, I mean, that's about as much sculpting you can do on a Slim Midi without getting too deep into the material. Really nice dragon's egg or hammered texture. You can see the peaks have been brushed. It's got a really beautiful bronze to light blue fade. S35 tumbled blade on that one. S35 tumble Tonto on this Genesis T. If you're ever wondering when you look at a picture of a Genesis and a Praetorian, the quickest way you can tell the difference between the two, I just want to show you a difference here. The grooves on the Praetorian T are uniform. They're thicker. Not only are they thicker, but they're uniform. And on the Genesis, hard to tell here because the sculpting has gone down into the grooves a little bit, but the grooves do start a little thicker towards the blade and get a little slimmer. So the Genesis here has had a lot of texturing done, kind of a flat bead blasted matte bronze ano on the whole handle and spring. The Praetorian T here is a little bit more classic. It's got a 3V PVD drop. Again, same as the 3V on this Marauder. Again, if it's Tonto, it would be S35. Got a, kind of a very subtle bronze to violet anodized fade, so that's the full-size Praetorian. The Infraction here, hard to see on camera, but it's matte bead blasted. It's got a bronze to violet fade, and it has very subtle contoured sculpting on the top of the perimeters here. Just enough to get a visual and have it be subtle and kind of straightforward classic. The second Proxima, at first glance, looks pretty straightforward. It does have PVD coating on the handle and spring. The perimeters have been brushed. I try to stay away from the word polished because we don't really do a high polish here at Medford Knife and Tool. Occasionally for the shows, you'll see some custom knives get a high polish on them. Other than that, this is more of a brushing effect. It is all hand burnished. The 187 flipper, I know it's pretty straightforward and classic. We don't offer any really custom options on this, but the price point on this is in a range that I think most people who can't dive into these can afford. And again, the Praetorian T down on the end. So these will head out to Josh and Jeremiah at PVK in Las Vegas. They'll get packed up and headed out today, which means by tomorrow they should have them. So reach out, and like I said, they have a bunch more Medford in stock. So ask them what they have available. Check this video out, and keep watching. Till the next time, I'm out.